Suppose that after a long day at work or after a long day of studying, you want to do something special on your spare time. Maybe you want to use your spare time to come up with good ideas for setting up a new business. Or maybe you want to use your spare time to learn something new through the internet. Or maybe you just want to simply lay down on your couch with a good snack and scroll through social media. Now, as you're heading back home, you happen to pass by an old friend of yours. Then you guys start to greet each other, you know. And after greeting each other and everything, he asks you for your help. He wants you to help him with something in his house. So like you know that there's something that you just really want to do after reaching home in your spare time. Even if you lose just 5 minutes of your spare time, it's going to feel like you've lost half an hour of your spare time. And on the other hand, you have someone who is right in front of you who is in need of your help. Now you're stuck. You don't know what to do. You have to choose between using a portion or a piece of your spare time to help him out, or you can decline his request and go straight home. So let's say that you decided to help him, which means that you decided to use your spare time to help him. And then he explains about what he needs help on, and then you help him with whatever he needs help on, and then you're done. You finished helping him. So like before you can even leave his house, he asks you to help him out with something else. Then again, you're making a decision whether to help him out or to just go home. So let's say that you helped him again. But just remember, your spare time, it's still going, alright? It's not gonna wait. Once you finish helping him for the second time, he then asks you to help him with something else. And then this process just repeats itself over and over and over and over and over until all your spare time is finished. So after helping him with everything he needs help on in his house, you finally leave his house and head straight home. Upon reaching home, you take a good look at the clock in the living room, then you come to realize that all your spare time is finished. Now you're upset, your spare time is finished, and the only time you have left is to simply relax a little bit and prepare for the next day. Now, what is the moral of this short story? What is the moral of this scenario? What is the point? What is the message? The point is that if anybody asks you to do something that you're not comfortable doing, or to do something that you won't be able to do because you have other tasks or responsibilities that you need to complete, then just say no. N-O, no. Helping people is good, alright? There's no problem using your time to give someone your help. However, if you're doing something that you're not comfortable doing, or with something which will consume the time you need in order to finish up with important things, then that will be a problem. When your friend asks you for help while you know in your heart that you're not really available to help anyone, then some of you guys may agree to help even though you know in your heart that you can't really help. You don't want to help because you're not comfortable doing it or because you have to complete other responsibilities. However, you push yourself to help your friend anyways. Most likely it's because if you were to say no, then your friend will probably get frustrated or mad for not getting your help, which will basically make your friend consider you as a bad person. Or you just don't want to be rude by saying no. If you know from the bottom of your heart that if you were to help your friend, it won't affect you or your time in any way, then just help him. But if you know that it's going to be a little bit of a problem to help your friend, then just be honest and nicely say, sorry, but I cannot help you right now. Or you could say, I have other tasks or responsibilities that I gotta complete or finish. Or you could say, I would love to help, however, I have things to do when I get home. Now the bad thing about saying no is that your friend can either react in one out of 3 ways. The first way is that they will understand completely that you have other things to do at the moment. In other words, they know that you're not available to be able to help them right now. They might say, okay, it's alright man, I'll figure out what to do. They'll say it with a clear heart. The second way is that it will hurt them so much because you said no. And there is a chance that they may say bad things about you just because you said no. They may say things like, oh, you're so rude, or you're so mean for not helping me. Or they may say things like, If you're not going to help me when I need your help, then I'm not going to help you when you need my help. And the things that they say just goes on and on and on. I think it's endless. The third way is that they may even react to both the first way and the second way simultaneously at the same time, which means that they will understand that you have other things to do, which is the reason why you said no to them. But at the same time, it will hurt them because they didn't get the help that they needed from you. Now, please don't get me wrong, okay? Just like I said before, it's not that you don't want to help your friend. It's not that you're careless or the type of person that always receives but never gives. It's not that you're running away from a person who is in need of your help. No! It's just that you have other important things to do at the time your friend needs your help. It's just that you have other important things that needs to be completed as soon as possible. Or it's just that you're completely not comfortable doing what your friend wants you to help him with. That's it, man. That's just the thing. But most people fail to understand. So don't be afraid to say no. Don't be that type of person that always says yes, even though you have important things to do at that moment. Don't be that type of person that lets people walk all over your back every single time people ask you for help. Don't be that type of person that throws away his or her time just to help someone. Just because you don't want to make the person feel bad, that doesn't mean you should force yourself to help them. If you cannot help someone at the time they're in need of your help, then just simply say no. If they're going to get mad or upset just because you said no when they ask you for help, they gotta understand something very important. They gotta understand that there's an important quality that every human being must have. That important quality is known as what? Self-respect. Now, let me give you guys an example just to ensure that all you guys watching this video understand the words that's coming out of my mouth. For instance, if you force a person to do something which isn't really necessary, something that the person is 100% uncomfortable doing, something that the person dislikes doing from the bottom of his or her heart, then we can say that you disrespected the person by forcing him to do something that he doesn't want to do. However, if we force our own selves, if we force our own souls, if we force ourselves to do something which isn't really necessary, something that we are 100% uncomfortable doing, something that we dislike doing from the bottom of our hearts, then who did we disrespect? Exactly. We didn't disrespect anybody except ourselves. We are basically killing ourselves in silence because you're forcing yourself to do something that you're extremely not comfortable doing. Or because you're helping someone with something while you have important things to do at that exact moment. Therefore, just say no. Now, when you ask your friend for help and they say no because they have important things to do, then just simply accept it and move on. I know. It's gonna hurt us really bad if they say no, especially when they have a good reason to say it, especially when you really need their help. Don't get mad just because the person says no, alright? Just remember, you are not the only one who has important things to do or is uncomfortable in doing certain things. If someone says no to something that they are not comfortable doing or to something that they cannot do at the moment, then you have to move on, alright? I know it's hard, but you have to. We have to put ourselves first before we can give ourselves to others. Other people's lives matters, but our lives matters as well. It's very important to respect everybody who is around you, but just don't forget to respect the one who is inside of you. And that is yourself.